Doctor, mbaire ntakira kuonako ku nsonga omulembe omaite gwakyukire. Social media ekwaitansi n'engubu. Are you okay with the trend?
Ekisookerako ne kimu. You can use social media to make money. Nokozesa social media, nokozesa isimu lino liryo to make money.
Entertain people, civilize,
advertise, educate people.
Tell people what is in Bugwere.
Absolutely. Naye singa otandika okukozesa isimu lyo lino obukyamu, otandika okuzuma niki abantu, otandika okubaawo nga iwe abantu bawugula nti iwe niwo omuzumi akola atya asinga. Oba noyaba ku radio notandika you call in to abuse people. Oba omenyere iteeka. Eliwo eiteeka eriyaka eri bateekerewo nti tokozesa isimu lino to insult Kiria, n'omuzuma, n'omuwoola. That's wrong. Okozesa isimu lyo to communicate nti Kiria oli ayina tusinkane. That's the right way. Okozesa isimu lyo to communicate with your friend, no girlfriend wo, no boyfriend wo, n'abantu bo. Okozesa isimu to advertise your product. Naye we abogula data oteeka ku isimu oyo atandika okuzuma Kiria. Oba omenyere niki eiteeka nyanka 7 ng'oli mu ikomera.
Nyerikola.
Eiteeka eri niyo erisinga n'obuubi. Singa odaaba oku poliisi iba ukwata ne bakuleeta oku poliisi eizo waako bakutwala ina bakutwala luzira. Eryo niyo iteeka erikaali erikambwe likusiba immediately bakutwala mu ikomera.
Wali onone ekifaananyi kya muntu kyakolereire.
Yes, kubanga iwe oyinza okubaawo na court naaba ku social media ninzuma muntu kankobe ulolwo okozesa isimu lino obe computer bajeta Computer Misuse Act giba ulukiryana ulolwo okozesa aliwo e URL ne wali bangoli Karamoja twalimanya ntoye awereri message yali ina
Karamoja.
We will trace it back to your phone. Nane na guru batekerewo forensic audit. Iwo oba isimu lye namba y'esimu ibo ne bakukobera nti omuntu gwe tunoonya ali ayina. So intakira bagwere bamanye kintu ekyo. Olwo nga totako Kiria confront Kiria omunoonye omukoti Kiria kino tinkitaka ekiwakole niki ekiwakolere neiwe okukoba nti waaba oku radio waaba nokozesa isimu waaba ku TV nozuma kyevona ba TV olwo otandika okuwologoma bakola niki bakutoola ku butoli kubanga Uganda Communication Commission eri kuwochinga it monitors kabiri biri wao nanga bakole batya
bakuba akatwabe kukasa mu bulango.
Yes. Nga bakutoola. So inywe omulina amasimu ganyu mwagulira amasimu gakubasibise kuba lina iteeka liyaka. Nzaali wabayisikebe nakobere intonzume ingoma ite chenjao kukola. Me, I'm not going to allow anybody to insult me. No. I will get you arrested there and then. Iwe ngo oline kyotaka nkoba lwaki webisa behind the phone. Then you insult me. You call me onkoti mnange ntaka tusinkana kinwanyizire kinwe. Ali wabana ewoiswe aba specializingire kuzumaniki
bantu bafuzi.
Yes.
Odinaika ku minister.
Omuntu naiko ku minister. O minister iwe ne wanyu tuwaliwo nakuyo kadi mpira gwe motoka. Iwe oli kuzuma nani? That's very wrong. Omuntu ba muwango wa minister. Omuntu olwasuuka ngo member wa parliament aba asuukire muntu mukulu. Chevona nze tinsola uko bantu nani oyo ali ati no. He's a class above. Neiwe olokucharo otandika okuzumaniki. No, you break the law. Musomesya abantu, that is the highest level where you break the law. Omalaga ibonkoko no ibonkoko kadi no tambula naye obombuli obonte neri neiteeka lino kuli kune a prescription emyaka gi 14 myaka 15 myaka 6 myaka 7 depending on ekintu ekibakwatira omukono eyo. So ntaka abantu bamanye ekintu ekyo nti mukozesa amasimu gawe nti kusa ate ntera okuba kintu kino nti iba banga bawukulirye n'empisa obulangeri giwaabo ku isimu ozuma omuntu owona nga omuntu azuma omuntu ng'omanya nti oyo ewaayo bamukulire niki undi.
On speed gy'oli nayo mukabweri. Do you see someone moving out of the race?
No, Timite. I don't know. Nze, I move at my own speed. Ate nkaalo gitandika. Because I am now coming to the climax. Niye mwamanyira kalulu bakola niki? Ibakanoonya. I've told you, it's time to work. Nandibeire netyamiranga wange ni nkole byenkola naye I want to work for Bugwere. Even if for 5 years. Ndino mukisa nti Honorable Minister Musenero is my friend. So we shall work together.
Mbaire natera okuwulya nti I last saw you on Musenero issues. Banga libitirewo.
No, nti nze mbaire mu Kalulu. Ye nga tambula nze ni muki mu Kalulu. But my best friend is Honorable Musenero. Let me tell you what unites us. She loves Bugwere. 2, she has composed and thought about what can we do for this community. Through this strategic plan, Singa, if everybody embraces it, 10 years from now, that place will be different. I am not talking about 3 years. I'm not talking about 5 years. But 10 years from now, twaba tutandikira kuona a difference in the lifestyle, in the quality of life, in the income level, and the poverty indices will start to go down. So with her, I have an ally. There are other people, but there are also other jokers who I find, and I said, that one is a joker. He doesn't even know what should be done. I know them. When I see them like this, I know. When I see serious people, I know that this is a very serious person. But I also see jokers, and I said, that is a joker. So I have Musenero, Honorable Musenero, that way. I have some people in Tororo. I have some people even in Bukedi North. We shall...
Have you tried to incorporate Musenero's message?
Yes.
Yes.
Campaign? Yes. If you listen to my discussion, Tinta preempting my manifesto, I am focusing on poverty. I am focusing on education. I am focusing on discipline, behavior change. That is what is incorporated even in the Bukedi strategic plan. Poverty, poverty, poverty. Education, education, education. Let me tell you the value of education in fighting poverty. In Bukedi, or Olingiri Bukedi, land ownership is 0.5%, 0.5 of an acre per household. Now, where you do not have enough land, the best strategy is to get people off the land by educating them. Educated people have the capability to go and buy their own land elsewhere. So when you educate this child, 10, 15 years now, natandi kokola, yali abanagula itaka lyantu andi. Naleka this small land for the siblings. So it's Honorable Musenero, together with other leaders and myself, coined that Bukedi strategic plan for a purpose. And we shall drive it to the extent of delivery. I am happy nti government eriku kunoonya sente, the 50 billion, we hope we will get it in the first year, in the second year, in the third year. After 5 years of that strategic plan, we would have had 250 billion shillings pumped in Bukedi alone. That is not a very small achievement. I call upon all the leaders across the divide nti iwo noonye kyosobola okukola. Oba osobola kulima mwanyi, focus on it. Oba ngosobola kulima koko, focus on it. Oba ngosobola kulima nyanya, focus on it. Those are the 3 or 4 value crops which we discovered. Initially abantu balowoozera nti omutyere guli mu sente. Abantu ne balowooza nti okulima mayidi okulima sente. Abantu balowooza nti soya bean kulima sente. Let me tell you, when you put that in a measurements, ekibalo, according to the president, wesanga nti omutyere creates an intensity of poverty in the household. Intensity. In economics we call it deepening poverty. Nosigala awo ng'oli mwavu naye nga iwe olowooza nti oli kusa. Because an average household ewaiswe mulimu abantu abakulu bameka? 5. Abantu abo 5 abo balimu omutyere bafune kilo 5. Ekilo 5 niyo akakaire. Naye balimira emyezi 6. Abantu 5 balimira emyezi 6 bafunira akakaire katya? Aliwo ogabanyemu. Tikizwayo kusani. It's completely stupid economics. You are keeping in dire poverty, absolute poverty. You understand? So, Twazuireo, there was a meeting, really, a conference in Bukedi, invited to Abaireo, to develop that strategic plan to cost everything. Singoli mamaido, input gitwala sente maka, abasawire batwala sente maka, abakabaire okudata, okabala, nensigo, n'okuzuba, nosoka notola kujibeta input costs. Kaishino is on the court. Ne imba nkolere ntyo. Ninjiramo nga after harvesting. Osoka notola kugideji wa spending ere.
Tibatera kutola ku.
Wa oyabo
babala lumo.
Oyabo kwesanga inga mazime sendeji watekeremu. Nyingi okusinga gineji otondera maidogo. Business growth is built around profit, which we call the net. Net is the difference between input and output. Ati aniwe batoma itokubale kintu echo. You go and hang. You remain poor, poor, poor and poor.
Doctor, owulira waliwo atukira nga oli omukyala ono owulira nga obuzito abantu bakutya ememe.
Yes. Our people are poor.
I mean during boy abirekeyo.
Yes.
Nga otambula kumu mu bantu mpulira ndikutegeeza okuti yamamu, not as in poverty but mukalubu kano nawulira nga bali kuzitowerera.
No. You see, I am a political scientist. When you offer yourself for a political office, there are 2 things. In a poor community, abantu tebamaite nti you are offering to serve them. You balowooza nti you are offering yourself, you are going to make money. So abantu bali kwiza yesterday, kwachaira makezo wange. I had over 200 people. Within no minute, another 100 arrived. I started doing like a rally in my compound. Nenga oba ulisisya uli muntu anekizewo. Ogonda iza ono ani alian. Ogonda iza I have this problem. Ogonda iza omukali yanja avire kuntaka wakusengesya. Ogonda iza abana bali they have dropped out of school. The number of problems abantu baise gye balinayo is the true definition of poverty. Now iwe olwoyaba ne bakuwona n'emmotoka, vehicles omu community is first of all represent wealth. The arm says alina emmotoka. So when they see me in the village, people pour in, and they come and they talk and they tell you all their problems. And I have told them, I've actually created places where they sit, I've bought chairs and tent. And I enjoy sometimes listening to their problems.
When do you listen? Do you intervene?
I sit down to listen, and I've been documenting all of those challenges. And using my skill as a researcher, I have, a wealth of literature I'm getting. I understand the people's problems. Why would somebody ask for 20,000 to go and buy medicine in the hospital for the child who is sick? Another one comes and he really shows you, I have a problem. And those ones are easy. I advise them to the government. Others come into Tuuro Chumbi, Tuuro Skari, Tuuro Mafuta, and you see their expectation is not so high. They are not asking for a lot. So we have to fight to change that, and the only way is for you to take these people out of poverty, so that they have their own wealth and they can buy whatever they want. They are asking those things because they are poor, and indeed they are poor.
Doctor,
it's time to work. Our leaders are the people to come and work. Tikuleta confusion at district, tikuleta confusion at your sub-county, tikuleta confusion at your parish. It's time to work. And like I've always said, discipline your children, educate your children, work hard to attain what you want to attain. And I've told the people at midnight that I am not poor, but I keep working. You do not expect to get anything if you have not worked. An example, would you harvest rice? No. Will you harvest it? So my point to every person in my community, work hard.
People have a lot of expectations from you. Okuchikumi. Tomalayo chikumi. Naye osubira nti okululwa osobola okuba percentage.
No, and I'm not going to commit on that one. Let me first get in that granary. Omaite kidere je kiri? Tusooke tuwone nike kiryomo ki? Tukayane nga tuli aina? Kidero. That one I promise people. Like I talked about a number of things. I know what the community wants. And I will be working towards getting the community to achieve that. Even if it's 5%. But they must get something.
Yes, Doctor. Empaka giri okumasanyalaze aiso ebipapula bizwire simanyi ministry simanyi wa Anita. What is the problem?
First of all, nze timfayo nanaletera masanyalaze oba nani. Oba honorable member of parliament, oba Wakida, oba Kirya, ekyemfaayo ntamasanyaze gatuukira ina
galiyo.
For me that's very critical.
Is obuzibu battleground gye gali kwakuba?
No. You see, sometimes nga bantu tulina okumanya.
Kuba bifo bingi ebiwulamu amasanyalaze.
Tulina okumanya. 2018-2019 Ogonansa yali new member of parliament, the late. Nena ali on the forefront whenever we worked together. So twabire Nandere ne tupromisinga. In fact wabeire Kulumbe twaleeti Canon Mbala. Ne tukaba abantu be Nandere nti twaba ogezaako kuleeta niki amasanyalaze. Unfortunately, rural electrification program was closed and merged with the Ministry of Energy. Aina Mane Kampala. So all of the programs that you are under rural electrification, yasokere gigota na mwao. 2021 ogonansa ya izire na kwaniki akalulu. A project eji ala kolere nga bamali no kole mapping. Ngikola gitya gotano. Nembe ile nebanza. Kandi nemere iro Kulumbe. Ninko abantu nti masanyaze gaize Nandere. Tegekola ngate? Tegaza. Ekyokubiri abantu be Nandere babire bampa appointment ku board of their secondary school. The only secondary school you bali nayo. Ati ano mbeire nebanza nakola ntya. So Rumo ninjabo ministry. Ninkola ministry nti mwabire ne muwa abantu be Nandere hope. Ne mukola no mapping.
Oyabangayi one.
Me as a person. Yes. Ngomuntu. Ne abantu bomuna bakola ministry of my colleagues.
Doesn't it make the other one inferior?
No, wait a minute. You see, engalo gino kuliko luwanvu kubako lumpiko. Jonyo na tingalo. Uli muntu asobola okole kyakola niki? Ekyasobola.
Muntu akwata watu.
Yes, ate nolo enjabo ministry na bakobere king. Na balagire map. Ejiba pimire. Iba bananyire. Mwalimu Nandere okuzwa wagonansa gaba paka ni gabe katyeme ni gaire nugati. Gairo ku isomero. Nimbalage map eyali ekabwere. Initially gali gazwa no wasiwasi ku lugude Kadama. Ni gaba paka kabweri wasu kabwero mtawoni ni gaba gati. Ati ano ne banko banta those projects jakolere gitya jagotanire. Ne banko banta pakongera twakuwa surveyor abapime. That was yes, I think that was in December. Ne bampa surveyor. O surveyor bamumpa nikandi sinasoolo kwaba ninjabo kweto chairman LC3 council bilenta police syano bamweta medi.
Bamukuwa on whose cost?
My own cost. Nabawoire motoka yange. Kanti mwamukole niki mupime. Ne bazwano ne baba. Ne batuka netero medi ninjeto Mzamiro Speaker District. Ne baizo mu office yanga antutyama. Engineer naiza nimkwatisa niki engineer. Ne baba ina ne bapime Nandere. Ne bapime Kabweri. Kabweri bapimira okuzwa okusidi school. Baba wamugombesya ne babe dodoyi edodoyi mtown ne baingire edomo ulocho ne babe plaka ne bapima ne baiza bapime okuzwe kirikano betayo awumka town ne babe mikombe ebifembe na bapimire ibayiririe ne ba presentinga o ministry ministry nenjeta nenko banti gine sente girigitya giulawo. We don't have this money in the budget. Nimba kwanti, so what is the problem? There is no money. Banko bantu okuzwe Nandere, okuzwe Ekadama okukola okutuuka Nandere edekati emegire kilometers 8.2. Ne banko bantu okuzwa Ekabweri okusidi school okutuuka Dodoya Nsiedi giri 3.7. Ne banko bantu epulaka amasanyere gitwapimere gitukoma giri 2.75. Ne banko bantu we don't have that money.
Ngaiwe tokendeza ku.
Ntawulire kaisi. Nze nga nkali mbakalubirire ntaka bomo na bakole niki?
Bateke.
Ne banko bantu we don't have. I followed it up. Nimba kanti okay. Ngatemsobola kumpa binu byembena.
Ale.
Mumpeke kifokite.
Kimu.
Ne banko antolondeke kifokite.
Kimu.
That's how I arrive at Nandere. Bona ne banko ate Nandere 8.2 tuule kilometers ejo. Ne banko bantu kisobola okuwaka kilomita gitya?
5.
Nimba kanti kilomita 5 ku Nandere gikoma yaina. Inti gituuko ku isomero. Inti gisupplying abantu emeka, inti gisupplying abantu kinana. Kulike transform etya?
Moiza.
ati anolo empuliro omuntu ngakoba ati yabire nasaba amasanyalaze omemba wa parliament asaba kilomita 5 tosobola kutya mu parliament and you ask for 5 kilometers
ate ng'osabira katundu out of
the truth is this was the highest level bargain for me nga maite nti naira mukalula abantu benandire bakola niki bakumbulya nga maite nti inaira y'abantu ba Catholic Church ejitwasabire rudi bakumbulya so nimba kanta ate tuteeke nandire era masanyaze ganege bali ukola there are only 80 people abalokola ine kubanga akatransforma kali katya ntaka okuwulya Wakida iwo member wa parliament osobola kwaba nemerera mu parliament nosaba kilomita 5 ng'olina constituency whose electricity supply is less than 5%. Wena nozwayo no ne kilomita 5 and you say nize nakolere ntya that's it's defeating chibona nawulire imbo minister ali kuiza okulaunchinga inkumire mbono minister izo okulaunchinga kilomita gitya aka transformer katya ministers launch village electrification kilometers 2 kilometers 15 iwe o minister ozwen oizo launching kankukobera a project eyo eri nandere bajinsalire ku project ya muntu tinda akunda kumutumulana wakati kale katumutoleke kilomita gitya odiali ne kilometers 2.3 inze ne bantolera kilomita imeka. It's a smaller project within a bigger project.
Waisonyana yo
ndewe erirudeyo so impulira abantu nga batumule ebintu bino anaizuli nabiro kuona kubanze bankobere ntwakutandika kintu kino before May aza bali batandikira omulimo gwawe baletere motoka bali ukola lwaliro mkaga ole balaze baluwa pu ingetuko ku ministry omaite kibakoba ku ministry inti empinga ulya inti nye mwaba mutyo mu district ne mwaba mu constituency yange nze ngono nyereti maite.
That is what is in the letter.
Yes. Temu contacting them inga accusing a commissioner, accusing a senior engineer wake, one minister of energy, inti muteko kubanyo mukona ivingire no Wakida kuiza kungwisi ya karuru. Politicizing service delivery. Kankukobere nze nasomere on primary alu akataki tosomanga. Akera vile title. Ne WAKISO. The weather bad. Odiabire na mkwata. Ngoa okwata ninkwete niki onyonyo wange. WAKISO na mkwata. Oni nyonyo jigiri okisalo. Ntontere nze nja okisale kudi. Ina tukedi nja okuletera nyonyo jonjona. Ono usirochi yakolere yaterere niki. WAKISO yatukire kudi yamkora obi. One bad in hand is better than the many on the tree. Nazwera mwao. Ati anu tukwatisirie ekenda ke tukwatisirio nze nandi savirenti uli muntaize twegaite tuongere kuongere. Abantu baiswe bafune niki a service. Kankukobere enandere is one of the villages. Baula lugudo, baula maize, baula masanyalaze. Now it's time. Never funa katono kati. Bulolo wandi kebaluange stopping service. You are not sure whether it will again come. Atom balua is threatening antavantu tebasanyuki. Iwo contractor bwakolotia. Okwata motoka eno kota tebajocherya ina. Nga bayirayo 10. Ati ano bayirireyo 10. Kubanga MP Yombaluwe yozino jinasomera no usomi. Ekoba intabantu tiba sanyuki olokinto ekyakolero kyakolewere. It is important and this is very important. nti nga omemba wa parliament iwe mulimu gwe kulobinga. Ekyokubiri olwo ofuna omuntu ajosobola okukolagana naye tulobe iwe awo mwekwate kumulobinga ebintu mukole niki mwerye. Okibona politics aside kubanga iwe olwo okuba nti otakakungwisya kiba kitegeeza nti iwe interest yo ti service delivery, interest yo to go through politics, but the interest should be over and above to serve communities.
Kubeera amasanyalaze gayizire mu kisanja kyo.
In fact singa naalinze ye singa esaawa eno nakobere nti banange twabe tusabe batongere niki more. That's what we should have done.
Do you communicate with the incumbent?
Initially nga nkaala okuba nti neemererawo we were very good friends. Esaawa eno nonkuba isimu takaala kola niki ate ninebuulya this must be a good competition. Let the people choose the best they want. Ekibona kubanga nze nabakoberanga era nti ekiseera kyalituuka nalikola ntya naliza tinabagwire kuugwi abantu kumpi kabwe eriyonjona kibuku yonyona ng'embuulya neyibonanyire lwaki toiza waliza di ate anakolere ntya. It's time to serve my community. Era yambi tomumayisa ati the trailer is moving at a very fast speed. We want to take services to the community. Okitegeera? Yes. Nze kyensaba buli muntu ayize tutyama okutrailer okwo tukuuse ekye tukuusa tutwalire niki our community. Yes.
Kale doctor nayanzira okutumulako nayiwe.
Kale.
Omukama akunkunta.
Wena onsigirira bewanyi.
Amina. Okubadde nga ndi Salongo.
Oisibuke.